that you started doing in November. All right, so today I have planned that we are going to be reviewing basically operations. What is an operation? What are the four basic operations? How do you perform these operations? And also order of operations. That is our concepts for today. Um, so let's begin with a word of prayer. I will go ahead and lead that prayer. So let's pray. Heavenly and gracious Father, dear God, thank you for this wonderful and beautiful day, Lord, that you have created for us to enjoy. Thank you, dear God, for each one of these students that are here, that are able to join, Lord. And I ask, dear God, that you may guide each one of these students, not only in this first session, Lord, but throughout the day, that they may make right choices, Lord, that they may make right decisions, and that they may make those decisions according to your will. Dear God, I ask that you take care of each one of these students, wherever they may be, at their homes, with their loved ones, Lord, that they may continue to get the support, the love that they need to be able to accomplish everything, Lord, that comes their way. Dear God, I ask that you guide each one of these students, that you guide myself in this day, that we may make it through the day, Lord, that we may enjoy and we may recognize and we may be grateful for the many blessings that you have prepared for us in this day. I pray in your Son's most precious name. Amen. Okay. Okay, so basically, first we're going to be starting off with what are the basic operations. Any student Any student at any level of school should be able to perform the four basic operations. These operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But these are not when we hear the word operation, we aren't only supposed to be thinking about these four things. We're supposed to be thinking about a lot of operations that we can do in math. But when we talk about the basic operations, then we're talking about these four. You have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But when they only tell you, and if you were any other math teacher were to tell you list operations that we can do in math, you can list out these four, but you can also list out square root. You can also list out powers. You can list out um, fractions. All of these things are operations that we can do in math. Not only these four, there are so many operations that we can perform. But for the purpose of our concepts and our units, we are only concentrating on these four, and we have addition of other basic ones. So let me switch to this slide over here. Okay. Okay, can you guys see that? It says what's my sign? Let me see if I can zoom this. Okay. So we are going to be filling out little circles. If you take a look at number one has 15, a little circle, 11, a little circle, and 3 equal sign 7. So I need to fill out the two circles in that statement with the four basic operations, and I can choose whichever one once my statement is true. So let's say that I put 15 plus 11 minus 3. And when I solve that, it is supposed to give me 7. Right? Everybody understands what we're going to be doing here?
Yes.
Okay. So who would like to try number 1?
Me, miss.
Okay, Alan, go ahead.
Fifteen plus 11 divided by 3.
Okay. 15 plus 11 divided by 3. So you said 15 plus 11 divided by 3? That's what you said?
Miss, can I try?
Okay, who said, okay, 1 second. Let's try this one and see. 15 plus 11 gives you how much? What is 15
20.
plus 11?
26, Miss.
26, and 26 divided by 3? It cannot divide equally. So this one is not correct.
Miss,
Yes, Romeo.
15 minus 16
15 minus 11
plus 3.
plus 3. How much is 15 minus 11?
4,
And 4 plus 3?
7.
So this makes it correct. Number 2. You have 22, 22, and 4, and that equals to 4. What will happen in that case? Anybody would like to try?
Miss, 22 plus 20. No, I mean 22 minus 22 plus 4.
Okay. 22 minus 22 plus 4. 22 minus 22, what does that give you?
0.
And 0 plus 4?
4.
4. Okay. Okay, good. Let's try one more. Number 3. You have 16, 40, and 16, and it should give you 40.
16 take away 40 plus 16.
Okay. 16 minus 40 plus 16. 16 minus 40, how much does that give you?
Negative 24.
Negative 24. Very good, Valeria. And if I were to add negative 24 plus 16, how much would that give you?
Negative 8.
It would give you negative 8. So this one does not work. Is there another way? Okay, I see Bajorn has another one. 16 plus 40 minus 16. How much is 16 plus 40?
56.
56. Very good. And 56 minus 16?
50.
56 minus 16?
I mean 40, Miss.
40. Very good. Okay, so that was just a little practice, but we have to have. Okay, you guys went on vacation, and that is totally understandable, but we have to keep our minds into check. If I say 15 minus 11, everybody should be saying 4, and everybody should have 4 in your mind because you can take away 15 minus 11. All right, so everybody should be, I know what the subtraction and I know what the addition is, right? If I say 32 plus 4, how much is that?
36.
36, and I only see two persons answered. So does that mean that everybody else is still 33, 34, 35, 36? Because you guys should not be doing that. Okay, so let me go back to my slide. 1 second. And then to Google Meet. Share desktop instead. Okay, Okay, so now the second thing that I would like for us to review is what are arithmetic operations? Now, when we hear the word arithmetic operation, there are two types. There are what we call defined arithmetic operations, and there are what we call undefined arithmetic operations. Defined arithmetic operations are when they give you a symbol and you have to and they tell you what the meaning of that symbol is, so they're giving you the definition, they're defining that operation. All right, so if they tell you that a little x represents, I'm going to add 3 to the first number and then multiply it by the second number, that is what we call a defined arithmetic operation. They're telling you what the symbol means. On the other hand, if you have undefined arithmetic operation, undefined means that I don't need to tell you anything. You read the question and you are supposed to be able to understand what it says and you're supposed to be able to solve it. No symbols included. It is very, very straightforward. All right? So now, if I go here, sharing this tab now, and I have these two questions over here. The first one says, there are 12 students in the class. The teacher wants to put 4 on each team. What operation will she use? What operation are we using in this question? There are 12 students in each class.
Divide, miss.
Divide.
Division, very good. Division. We're going to be dividing. What is the answer to that division? If I were to solve the question, what would be my answer? 3 what?
True, true.
3 students. There will be 3 students in each class. Right? The other one. It says there are 7 horses in the pasture. One horse runs away. How many are left? What are we doing in that question?
Subtract.
Subtract.
Subtraction, very good. And if we were to solve the question, what would be the answer?
Six.
6
Six are
horses. Very good. 6 horses. Next, the garage has 22 cars. Each car has 6 windows. How many windows in all? What are you doing in that question?
multiplying.
Multiplying. Very good. And what will be your answer?
132, miss.
132 what?
Windows.
Windows.
Windows. Very good. 132 windows. Very good. Last one. There are 550 students at AES. There are 26 classes. How many are in each class?
Divide, miss.
Divide. Very good. If we divide, what would our answer be? Anybody? What will be the answer to that division?
21 group.
21. And you get a decimal, right? But can you have 21 point something students? No. So we're going to just round it up to 21 students. Okay, very good. So now, what kind of arithmetic operation are these? Defined or undefined?
Define, Miss.
Are you sure? Do you see a symbol in the questions?
No, undefined, Miss.
Undefined. Undefined because they don't need to give you a definition. There is no symbol in these questions. So these are what we call undefined. Right? Undefined. So now, looking at this question, it says the operation, and it's a little arrow, means that we multiply the first number by 10, then subtract twice the second number from the result. I'm going to read it again. The operation, the little arrow, means to multiply the first number by 10, then subtract twice the second number from the result. Hence, solve the following. So we are going to be doing this into two chunks, right? Two pieces. I'm going to be doing the first part first. The first part says multiply the first number by 10. And then when we have that answer, then we're going to be doing the second part. All right? So I'm going to work with A. A has 9 and 4. Which one is the first number?
9.
9. Very good. So that means that 4 is the second number, right? So what am I doing to the first number?
Multiply.
Multiply by 10. I'm timesing by 10. So that is the first thing that I'm going to be doing. 9 times 10. How much does that give you?
90.
90.
Minus
Very
4 equals
good.
to 82, Miss.
90. Right now. Okay. So we have the first part done. Now it says then subtract twice. What is twice?
By 2.
When you hear
2 times.
two times, very good. Twice means two times. So if it says subtract twice the second number, and what is the second number?
4.
So I need to minus 4 one time and then minus 4 the second time to that 90. Right? So that is what I'm
Equals
going
to,
to be doing.
Miss, equals to exact number to 8. Then after you subtract 90 to 8, it equals to number to 82.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I understand what in that's correct. Let me do it step by step and then I'm going to show you how to do it in one step. Right? So I'm going to minus 40 one time. How much does that give you? What is 90 minus 4?
96.
86. And if I minus 4 again, how much does that give you? 82. Very good. 82. Right? So now I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this in one step, right? Instead of doing this over here, I could have done this and I'm going to show you. 9 is my first number, so I am going to do 9 times 10. and I'm gonna minus 2 times 4. 9 times 10 because that is the first number, and then I'm gonna subtract 2 times the second number, right? And this gives me the same thing. 9 times 10 is how much?
90.
90. And 2 times 4,
8.
8.
8. And 90 minus 8,
82.
82. Yes?
Yes.
Everybody understood that one?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is you are going to be doing B. And you guys are going to be using what I have right here. You are going to be putting the first number here and the second number here, and you're going to solve. So go ahead and try B. I'll give you some time, and then when we're finished, I will ask everybody to send their answer at the same time. Okay? So try B. Your first number is 12, and your second number is, sorry, I did a mistake right here. Just noticed. The box should be here. And then the 2 should be here. So the first number goes in the first box, and then the second number goes in the second box, right? Okay.
Finish, miss.
Finish? Okay. So at the count of 3, everybody's gonna send your answer, right? 1 in the chat, right? 1, 2, 3. Send your answers. Okay. I see. I see everybody has 94. Very good. Very good. So if you guys are not writing, you should be writing because this is a question in the assignment for this week, right? So let us check this answer. My first number is going to be 12 and my second number is going to be 13. So 12 times 10 gives me 120. And 2 times 13 gives me how much?
26.
26. And then 120 minus 26 gives me
94.
94. Very good. And this is your answer. Yes? Everybody understood that one?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I want you guys to try C. And then we move on to something else. Same thing, same steps, different numbers. Your first number is 18 and your second number is 17. Okay, at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see. Your first number is 18, and your second number is 17. What is 18 times 10?
180.
180. And 2 times 17?
36.
Not 36.
34,
You
miss.
got 34, miss.
34. And 180 minus 34?
136.
146.
146.
146. Very good. 146. Clear, guys?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, so now the last thing that we're going to be talking about right now is order of operations. Order of operations is a little bit more complex than what we have done right now. But you guys should know how to do order of operations for whole numbers, for fractions, and for decimals. You should be able to solve order of operation that gives you all of those. All right? So, one second. So, in the assignment that I gave you guys, it has 6 questions on order of operations, right? It has 2 of them on whole numbers. It has 2 of them on fractions, and it has 2 of them on decimals. Yes? Okay. So now, I am going to be doing one of each with you guys, and you guys will be doing the other one, right? So in this first one, it has 2 of them on whole numbers. Would you like A or B? You choose one of them, and that's the one that we will do together. You guys will do the other one on your own. B? Why? Because B has 2 brackets? Okay, let's work with B then. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so now B says 8 plus 3 in parentheses times 2 plus 10 divided by this difference of 6 and 1. So, order of operations, we always want to remember what is our order of operations, right? We do parentheses first, then we do powers, then we do multiplication or division, and then we do addition or subtraction. right? We always want to have that in mind. That is what we do. Brackets, powers, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. That is the order of how things are done. So according to this problem, we have two things that are in brackets. So those two things I need to do first. What is 8 plus 3?
11.
11. Very good. And what is 6 minus 1?
5.
5. Very good. And I write down the rest of the problem as it is. Right? Division. Yes? Everybody understood that?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay. So I have finished with the brackets. There is no powers in that question, so I go ahead and skip that. Multiplication or division. This question has both of them. How do I know which one I'm going to do first? In any question, you start from here and you move that way. So in this question, multiplication goes first and then the division goes last because that is the order in how it shows up. All right? So that is what I'm going to be doing. 11 times 2. What is that?
22.
22. And then 10 divided by 5. What is that? 2. And then I write what was left in the question. And it's only an addition sign. Right?
24.
And then it says addition or subtraction. And the only thing I see there is addition. So my answer for this case, and I heard somebody say it, is 24. Yes? Clear? Understood?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So you
Yes, miss.
guys have the other one to do, right? Fractions. Again, I'm only going to do one with you guys. Choose one. Okay, I see C, C, D, C, C, D, C. I have one, two, three persons, four persons asking. Okay, I'm gonna do C because most of you said C. Both of these questions are a little bit difficult because if you take a look at C, C has three fractions inside of the bracket, right? So then you need to do order of operations inside of the bracket and then order of operations outside of the bracket, right? And then if you take a look at D, D has multiplication, division, and addition. So it's, and then you have that kind of a big fraction, 23 over 24. But when you look at fractions, and I know that a lot of students are afraid of fractions when you see fractions, you don't like working with fractions. But fractions are very easy once you understand what it is that you're doing, right? So in this case, I'm going to be doing C with you guys. All right. And C reads as follows: 3 and 5 ninths plus, and in parentheses, 1/6 minus 3/4 divided by 4.5, close brackets. So what I'm going to be doing first is that I'm only going to be working with what is inside of, I'm only going to be working with what is inside of the brackets, right? That is what I'm going to be doing first. So I'm going to write the 3 and 5 ninths plus brackets. And I'm going to be doing the division first, right? So I'm going to write 1/6 minus, because that is going to stay the same. And what I am going to be solving is the 3/4 divided by 4.5. Right? That is what I have to solve first. What is the first thing that you have to do before you even go and solve in that division? Anybody knows? Guys, what do you have to do? Or can you divide it how it is right now? Nobody knows?
Turn the mix to improper.
Very good, Gerald. I need to turn or change the mixed number into an improper fraction. How do I do that? I'm gonna multiply
Flip it.
and then I'm going to add, right? So 4 times 2 gives you how much?
Wait. It means
8. And 8 plus 1?
9.
9.
9.
1
So
over
I'm going
2.
to be having 3 over 4 divided by 9 over 2. All right? Now I'm going to change the division and I'm going to change that to multiplication. And I'm going to have 3 over 4 times 2 over 9, because I write it upside down, right? It was 9 over 2. When I change the division to multiplication, this flips and turns into 2 over 9. Now what I have here, I can go ahead and I can cancel. 2 into 2 goes one time, and then 2 into 4 goes two times. 3 into 3 goes one time, and 3 into 9 goes three times. Everybody understood what I did there?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Okay. So now I have 1 times 1. How much? 1
1.
times
1.
1.
1.
1. Good. What is 2 times 3?
2
6.
times 3 equals to 6.
So my fraction over here is 1 over 6. So when I come over here to my question, and I want to solve this little part which I already solved, that gives me 1 over 6. Yes? That's all I did right now. Everybody understood?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Yes,
Yes.
miss.
Okay. So now I need to do 1 6 minus 1 6. Can you tell me the answer to that?
0.
0. Very good. I don't have to solve anything because 1 6 minus 1 6, I am taking away the same thing. So now this is going to give me 3 and 5 ninths plus 0. What is 3 and 5 ninths plus 0? What is the answer?
It just get it
3 and
just
5 9.
3 and 5 ninths. And that is your answer. Yes? Questions? Everybody understood that one? Do you guys understand?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Okay. So then that will be it for today. Tomorrow we're gonna continue with this one, right? Um, you guys can go ahead and finish working the other ones. But tomorrow we will be doing the ones with decimal. I'm only going to be doing one, and then we're gonna move on to the other questions in the assignment for this week. All right. So that will be it for today, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that you guys learned something today. I will see you guys tomorrow. And if you guys take a look at the assignment, if you have any question on anything that is in the packet, you can ask your questions tomorrow. All right? So
Bye,
you
miss.
guys are free to leave. Bye.
Bye, miss. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye,
I
miss.
miss
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
I miss have a wonderful rest of the
Thank you. You too.
Sin que nosotros le molestemos mis
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Miss, and then for the work for the revision sheet, we need to write all the wording.
For section 2, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.